to Colin Campbell, 4 out of 5 American households own some sort of device to play video games. Today I brought my Xbox controller because I've been playing Xbox since the first Xbox came out, and I feel like it represents me because like I've been playing since I was like a little kid. Today I'll be talking to you about the gaming culture. First I'll discuss how the controller represents the gaming culture, then I'll discuss how the gaming culture represents me. First, let's talk about the controller and what it represents to the gaming culture. The controller is the key element to a gamer's lifestyle. Without the controller, it is very hard to play any game at all. The controller connects the player to the system, which links it to the online gaming. Without pretty much the controller is like the brain. Without the brain, you can't really do anything, and it's really, how do I say it? It's really hard, and it does everything for you. Also, the controller incorporates, it shows you how good someone can be, and it makes you stand out. How someone from me to you guys, if you guys were to play it, it's it makes you really unique who you are, and it shows you how someone's skill is by just playing just a little simple device like this. I just discussed how the controller identifies with the gaming culture. Now I'll discuss how the gaming culture identifies with me. I'm a gamer, therefore I consider myself part of the gaming culture. I've been playing, like I said, I've been playing any sort of game since I was 3 or 4 years old. My parents bought me the first Nintendo, the first Nintendo 64, the first Game Boy Advance. I've been playing those ever since I was little. Every time I come back home, that's the first thing I would do. I'll first play games all night. My parents would always complain how, oh, what are you doing? You're just playing games all night. You need to start doing your homework. But I'll just keep playing. Doesn't matter to me. I remember when I was a little kid, I always say, oh, I'm gonna go pro one day. I'm gonna go pro. Everybody says oh, I'm gonna become pro at this. I'm gonna become pro. But for me, gaming, I was one day I'll become pro. And eventually I got my chance when I went to a competitive game for Call of Duty. I was really excited for it. But once I went, I noticed how good everybody else was compared to me. But it was just a good experience for me, even though I didn't do too good, but it was really fun. For what's it called? For the gaming community, you need a lot of communication. Without communication, it's very hard to play any game at all, or any competitive sport. You just need setting. What's it called? Setting in the gaming community, you need a lot of gamers are always setting new goals for themselves. They're always trying to improve and always trying to get better in every way. Some people like to play competitively, or some people like to play just for fun. For me, I love to play competitively because I love the competition. I love to always get in people's faces. I would like to be that one person to always brag about who's better, but even though that's kind of bad when you lose, but that's always me. That's just me. Gaming has always been an escape for a reality to me. When I was little, I never socialized as much as I always as people do nowadays. But for me, I would always come home, just play my game, but I always met people online. You meeting people online is always fun because you never know who you'll meet. You always meet people from different backgrounds. I've met people from Europe, from Australia. I met people from South America, and it's just really amazing who you meet. Gaming has taught me many valuable skills. It has taught me communication skills. Has taught me leadership skills, and has taught me some social skills and friendship skills. Competitive gaming has always been something really high for me, and it has brought really good. Every time I would play any online gaming, that's where I met most of my really good friends, and I'm always blessed to play because even though I was never social, I always had the game to go to and play with people. It has helped me to do really good in school as well, because I remember when I was little, obviously I would come back and play all day, all night. But now when I was focusing, I know I couldn't go pro because I wasn't as good as the rest. So I started focusing on school. And now it keep me even though I didn't have a job, but it would keep me on what's it called. I created a schedule for me. Every time I come back home, I would always do my homework first, study, and then I'll play games. And I'll play usually all day, but it was worth it because I was doing good in school. Now that I have talked about the now that I have talked about the controller and you have a better understanding of the gaming culture, first, now that you have, oh my god, I'm missing. Now that I've talked about the controller and I hope you have a better understanding of the gaming culture, first I discuss how the controller represents the gaming culture. Now I'll discuss how the gaming culture relates to me. I mean, how the gaming culture related to me. I just know that with like really, really hard work, people could do, like, it pays off. Like, hard work does pay off. And even though like I didn't come pro like I wanted to, but like I know hard work does pay off. And a pro player once said, if you invest 10,000 hours to something, you'll eventually be really good at it.